Good afternoon, my dear students. See, microscopy is the most definitive method of the particle size analysis. See, we are studying powder metallurgy. So, here we are studying how to make the powders by different techniques, then how to compact that powders. Okay, so in this case, powder size analysis is very important. So, for powder size analysis, the important thing is microscopy. Okay, because it involves actual counting of individual size particles on a slide containing a sample of powder. See, on a particular slide, this sample of the powder is taken. Okay, then it is observed through the microscopy for the analysis. So in the module number 4, already I sent you the videos. So in module number 4, we studied scanning electron microscope and transmission electron microscope. So these two types of microscopes are used for particles. Okay, but it depends upon the size of the particle. Okay, if the particle size is between 10 limit to 0.01 limit, then scanning electron microscope is used. If the particle size ranges between 10 limit to 0.0001 limit, then transmission electron microscope is used. Okay, then compressibility of the metal powder. So the word itself gives the idea we have to compress the metal powder. So compressibility and compatible are terms used to determine the extent to which a mass of powder can be densified. See, what is meant by densified? See, when we compact the powder, when we mix the powder, okay, the powder particles, they get mixed with each other, they get binded with each other. Therefore, what will happen? Their density of the powder will be increased. Okay, and it may be done with the pressure or without the pressure. Okay, so compressibility of the powder is a major factor in design. Okay, pressing tools, Parry density attainable, and the size of the press needed to compact to that density. See, we use the press. You know that dies are used, upper die, lower die. So in the lower die, we place the powders. We add the certain binders if possible. We add certain lubricants if possible. Then we compact that powder. We compress that powder. So your compression ratio, okay, it is also the important term. See, this ratio determines the depth of the die cavity required to hold all the powder needed to meet the specified Parry density. See, based on the depth of the die, we decide the density of the compacted or compressed metal powder. Okay. See, the compressibility of the metal powder is influenced by several factors. See, here we consider the several factors. You see, first one, in inherent hardness of the metal, or the powder particles undergo considerable deformation during pressing. See, when we press the powder, metal powders, okay, they undergo considerable deformation. Hence, their work hardening characteristics has a strong influence on compressibility. Okay. Second one, particle size. The more the irregular the powder, the lower is its compressibility. See, if the powder particles are more irregular in shape, then automatically their compressibility will be lower. Then internal porosity. Fine internal porosity in a powder lends to become isolated during pressing. Okay. Particle size distribution. Powders of uniform size show relatively poor compressibility. Okay. Then presence of non-metallics. See, non-metallics, if we mix the powders and if in that mixture of the powders Non-metallics are present, for example oxides. Okay, they reduces compressibility, hardness and low specific gravity because of their hardness and low specific gravity. Then use of solid lubricants. Lubricants added to help the pressing of metal powder, okay, they may affect the compressibility because of their low density and high volume they occupy. Okay, then powder microstructure. Powders prepared by rapid solidification, melt atomization, have a different structure than metals prepared under equilibrium conditions of crystallizations. Okay, definitely. So rapidly solidified powders can also can contain also new phase, including the amorphous structure with smaller dimensions. You see here microstructure of the case alloy. So just I am going to brief you particles. You see this diagram, the dendritic structures are produced. Okay, in the microstructure we study or we find the dendritic structure, nucleation, and see these dendritic structures are formed or produced in heterogeneous nucleation. So in material science and metallurgy, okay, in that module, that is solidification, we studied homogeneous nucleation and heterogeneous nucleation. Dendrites have higher melting temperature and as a result of different composition in comparison with, okay, in dendritic areas. Key parameters affecting a resulting powder microstructure are undercooling. You see, in heterogeneous nucleation, what happens? Undercooling takes place. Solidification means what? Conversion of liquid phase to solid phase. It takes place at lower temperature. Okay, that is undercooling. That is also the important parameter. Powder pressing. See here, compaction means spacing, pressing. It is used to describe consolidation. Consolidation means what? The powders are grouped, they are mixed with each other. Okay, and compaction may be possible with heat or without the application of the heat. Main purpose of compaction is to form metal powder compacts of desired shape with sufficient strength. Okay, compaction is followed by sintering. Means what? After sintering process, compaction may be done to make the finished parts. In other cases such as cemented carbides, superior properties can be achieved through hot pressing. I told you there are two processes, hot pressing and cold pressing. If the pressing is done, okay, about the recrystallization temperature, it is hot pressing at an elevated temperature. If the pressing is done below the recrystallization temperature, that is cold pressing. There are many methods of compaction and the choice is dependent on the application as well as the scale and economy of the operation. Most of the methods depend on application of external pressure of powder contained in a die mold. In many cases, it may be advantageous to cold press a mixture of the component powders because of case of compaction. It depends. Powder shaping and compaction. There are a large number of ways by which powder particles can be consolidated and shaped. Die compaction at high pressure is an important process. After the compaction, the density can be as high as stainless steel. See, after the compaction process, the density of that mixture will be increased. And in the subsequent sintering step, the particles are bonded with each other. The alternative is to use low pressure and high binder contents to shape the metal powder particles. Most binders are polymers, which might be mineral oil or polyethylene. In shaping, the porosity ranges from 40 to 60%. Therefore, sintering is performed at temperature where sufficient densification occurs. Fine powders help in densification during sintering. A general categorization of shaping technologies is as follows: binder assisted extrusion, injection molding, slip casting, and tape casting. So we'll discuss these terms in the next video.